to you. So if you go to move and you feel pain, or maybe it's just too much of a rotation, please recognize that and do something different, or just wait till we move to a different move. But I want to make sure that you're aware and moving your body in a way that feels good for your body. So, well, we're gonna go ahead and get started, and let's begin by warming up. And so go ahead and place your hands on your legs, and we're gonna start with our neck. So we're gonna take our heads and we're gonna look to the right and to the left. One more time, both directions. And come back to center. Let's now move our heads up and down. So I'm going to point my chin towards the ceiling. And then I'm going to bring my chin down, try to touch my chest. I'm going to ask you to keep going. I think I forgot to mute you. Let me put you guys on mute. All right. Let's go ahead and do our shoulders now. We'll make some big circles with those shoulders. Drop them down as if you're trying to touch the earth. Bring them forward, trying to touch them together. Touching your ears, trying to touch behind our back. Really emphasize these really large circles. This is going to help stretch that joint. Feels good too. Let's do one more large circle. I'm going to stop at the bottom and change direction. Nice. And let's add those arms now, keeping those circles moving. Only now my whole entire arms are circling. And you might notice one arm might go higher than the other. Sometimes our flexibility isn't balanced evenly in our body. Our goal is to move there. I'm going to stop and change direction. One more super large circle all the way around, and then bring those hands up and place them onto your shoulders. And so now I'm going to try to touch my elbows together, and I'm going to open up those elbows, try to touch them behind me, at least get them behind my shoulders or my back, and touch and open. Lydia, I know you're being careful. I want to make sure you're watching. You probably have some stitches up in the front there. Don't want you to stretch too far. I'm going to do one more forward, one more open. And then go ahead and bring those elbows back, pointed towards me. I'm going to raise those elbows up towards the ceiling. And then I'm going to lower them down. Kind of go behind myself as far back as I'm able to go. Bring them back up. And back down. And back up. And down. One more time, we'll point them up towards the ceiling. And we'll bring them back down. And let's bring them as far back as it feels comfortable for us today. And release. Nice. Great job. All right. So we stretched our neck. We're working on the shoulders. Let's move down to the sides of our body. And so I'm gonna hang on to my chair to make sure I have a nice secure hold. I feel stationary. I'm gonna raise that opposite arm and just lean over. As I do that, body might want to lift up, push that hip back down. And if you're extending that energy down into the chair as the arm is raising up, you feel a nice stretch all the way down the side of the body. And let's lower that raised hand. It's gonna come grab onto the chair, make sure I'm nice, safe, and secure. Opposite arm rises up towards the ceiling. And let's lean over. Again, push that hip down, making sure it's nice and seated in the chair. And bring that arm down. This time, instead of grabbing the seat of the chair, I'm gonna see if I can go just a little further. Each of us have different chairs, so this might look different for you. I'm gonna grab the leg of my chair so I can go a little deeper. If this isn't possible because your chair is different, you can rest your elbow just so you get a little deeper. You know, I'm resting my elbow on my leg. I like hanging onto the chair. It keeps me nice and safe and secure as I lean over. Opposite arm comes up, and this creates a little bit deeper stretch. Remember to push that hip down into the seat of the chair. And let's bring that arm down. Again, I'm going to reach down, grab the leg of my chair, or maybe I'm going to rest my arm on my knee, however it feels comfortable or my chair is situated. And raise that opposite arm up. And come back down. Nice. Okay, we got one more side stretch here. I'm going to do one more variation. I'm hanging onto the chair, raise that arm up. As I lean over, I've got my left hand raised up. I'm going to take that foot out too. So now I've got this nice long lean line from the fingertips down to my toes. Push those toes into the ground. Reach up with those fingertips. Feel that nice stretch across the body. And go ahead and bring those limbs back in. I bring my leg and my hand back in. Let's do the opposite side. I'm raising up my right hand and that right leg comes out as I lean over, pushing the balls of my feet into the earth. And go ahead and pull those limbs back in. Nice. All right, let's go ahead and continue stretching the core out here. And I'm going to do my cat-cow. So hands are placed on my knees. I'm going to go ahead and pull my body forward and look up. Push back, curling the back. This is nice and slow. Really trying to articulate each vertebra of the spine. And let's do one more time, both forwards and backwards. And bring your body back up to a seated position. Nice. Let's do our egg beaters here. Still warming up the spine, still warming up the side of the body. So I actually lift my rib cage up off the hips. Sometimes it's seated down. Raise that body up as we do circles. Nice way to warm the spine up as we rotate. And change direction. I'm going to do one more full circle. I'll bring my body back upright. Nice. All right. So we've slowly are working down as we warm up the body. We're now to our hips and our legs. I'm going to have you bring those hands back to the shoulders. And we're just going to lean that body forward and bring it back up again. Nice and simple, lean forward and bring it back up. Continue moving forward. This time my arms are up. Bending forward, keeping my arms up. This is engaging the core just a bit more as I have that weight as the counterbalance. And we'll do one more, raising up all the way down. Nice, and go ahead and rest those arms. All right, let's go ahead and stretch our legs now. And I'm going to turn sideways and just drop that leg down. So I've got one leg and half of my glute on the chair. This allows me to stay nice and safe. I can hang onto the back of the chair if I feel like I'm going to be losing my balance. And I'm just going to drop one leg down. I'm going to continue to push that foot all the way back, and then I'm going to push it straight. So now I get a nice stretch on the front of my thigh here. It's like a tall runner's lunge. Push a little further, push back on the heel. That's going to really stretch the top of this leg. If you feel comfortable, you can raise those arms up. Then you'll feel that stretch all the way up the core of your body. And go ahead and drop those hands down. Let's go ahead and do a twist while we're here. I'm going to turn and face the back of my chair. And come back forward. So I'm going to use my hands to help shift me. I'm going to move all the way back around, face the other direction. One leg's on the chair, nice and stable. I've got one glute on the chair. Other leg's going to drop down. So I've got kind of a lunge in this position. I'm going to take that leg that's off and I'm going to push it back. My balls and the ball of my foot is on the ground, and I'm going to push that heel so my leg goes straight. Feel a nice stretch up the front of my thigh here. Really extend through that heel, and you'll feel that stretch all the way up the leg. If you feel stable, go ahead and raise those arms up. And lower those arms. Let's do a spinal twist in the opposite direction. Go ahead and find the back of your chair and turn around. And let's come back forward. Go ahead and use your hands. Go ahead and help your body get back to your seated position. All right, so we've done our hips, the top of our legs. Let's do our knees and our ankles. Just gonna swing my feet, get those knees warmed up. Taking my feet back and forth. And I'm gonna do some circles. And change direction. You might hear some popping as that trapped air escapes. Nice. Now let's go down and do our ankles now. You can rest that leg on your opposite leg if you want to do your ankles this way, or you can just hold, twist those ankles. Go ahead and give that leg a hug. And let's switch. We'll do the other side. You can hold it up or rest it on your knee. And go ahead and rotate that foot, warming up the ankle. And let's give this leg a hug. And release. Nice. All right. So I think we're ready. I think we're all warmed up. We'll start our workout now. I'm going to begin without weights. We're just going to use our body weight to do these first moves. And let's go ahead. We're going to lift our arms and our legs together. And so I'm going to bring my hands up to my shoulders, push up towards the ceiling and bring those arms back down. As I raise my arms up, I'm gonna lift one leg up and bring it down. Alternate other side. So it's almost as if I'm marching and lifting up a platter of food at the same time. And let's do 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, and rest those arms. Nice. All right. Our next move, I'm going to put one hand across and touch my opposite shoulder. Other hand's going to cross. So I've got my arms crossed in front of me. I've got them holding onto my shoulders. I'm going to lift those elbows up and I'm going to do a twist to the right and a twist to the left. And as I twist, I'm actually going to lift a foot up at the same time. And so as I twist to my right, I lift that right foot up and come back to the center. As I twist to the left, and that left foot comes up and come back to the center. And we'll do 20. That way we get 10 on each side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, and release. Nice. Nice way to use that spine and the core to work our body out. All right. And so we're going to move into moving the arms and legs together again. And so I'm going to raise my arms up as if I'm doing jumping jacks. And as I do so, I'm going to open the legs up. Now, each of us are at a different ability. If you'd like to hold onto your chair, that too is fine, or maybe one leg and then the other leg, and this will keep you much more stable, however it feels comfortable for you. I'm sitting at the edge of my chair so I can move my legs and my arms together, and we'll do 10. 1, bring it back. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and back. Nice. Awesome job. Good work. Couple more moves without our weight. I'm going to push my hands forward. As I do, I'm going to lift one foot up and bring those hands back. Push out, lift up. All right, so my legs are just kicking straight out. And so my knee is bent. I'm not lifting my knee up on this move, just lifting the foot up and kicking it straight out. And we'll do 20. That way we get 10 on both sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, and relax. Awesome. Okay. I'm going to bring those arms up like airplanes. flip them, and then go all the way up above our head. Reach up super tall. And then we're gonna bring those arms down, touch our toes. We're gonna come back in reverse position, bring them up, back to airplanes, all the way back down. Nice sweeping move, moving our body up and forward. Open those arms up, we'll do 10. Up above, down, touch our toes. Bring those arms back up, back down. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 2 more, you've got this. 9, nice and strong, super tall, all the way down. All right, last one. And let's bring those arms all the way up and release. Nice, all right. We'll do some cross body movement. I'm gonna push up across my body and bring my hand back down to my hip. So I push across and bring it to my hip. Push across the opposite side, bring it to my hip. This is really gonna be engaging the core, these lateral muscles on the side here. And let's do 10, and 10 is gonna include both the right and the left. 1, both sides. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Very similar move, only now I'm going to go straight across my body, pull it back to my hip. Straight across my body, pull it back to my hip, and we'll do 10 of these. 1, reach across. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Last one. And rest those hands. Nice. All right, let's go ahead and find our weights. If you're going to be using weights today, you don't have to use weights. You can just use your body. You can use water bottles, however it feels comfortable for you. We'll begin with our bicep moves. So I've got one weight in each hand. I'm going to put those facing you, palms are facing you. Just going to curl those weights up to my shoulders and let them go back down. And I'm not just dropping them down, I'm really using that resistance to work the muscles in both directions. And let's do 10 bicep curls. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, all the way up and back down. Nice. All right. We're going to be doing 3 sets. Our next set, I'm going to add just a bit of a modification. We're going to curl up and open those arms up all the way up to airplanes. Bring them back and lower back down. And we'll be doing 8 of this variation. Make sure your feet are nice and flat on the ground. Tuck that abdomen so you're protecting that lower back. And let's do 8. 1, curl up, and let's open that door. All the way back down. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. Last one, 8. Open those doors nice and wide, lots of energy, bringing it back, lowering those elbows, and bring those weights back to the start. We have one more set. We're going to add another variation to this. I'm going to curl up, lift the elbows, open the door, but as I open the door, I'm going to lift one foot up. I don't know if you can see that happening. So as I go up, elbows go up, lift a foot up as I open the door. As I close the door, that foot lowers and come back to the start. So I'm just going to be moving my arms and my legs together. And let's do 6 of these. 1, open the door, lift that foot up. 2, other leg. 3, 4, 5, 6. Nice and high with that foot. And bring those hands back to where they were. Nice. All right. Good job. We did a move without the weights where we reached across our body and brought our hand back to our hip. We'll do the same move, only now I have weights. If you're not using weights, you just visualize that you do have weights in your hand. Remember how powerful your mind is. You want to visualize that you've got heavy weights in your hands, and your body will believe that. And we're going to do 10, crossing the body up to the corners, both sides. 1, bring it up and back. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Last one. And back down. Nice. Our next move is straight across the body and bringing it back. Straight across the opposite side, bringing it back. And we'll do this for a count of 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, push across, and back, nice. All right, I'm gonna bring my feet back in, and I'm gonna let my hands still rest on my legs here. I'm gonna turn sideways so you can see me. I'm gonna lift up onto my tiptoes. So this is a calf raise. So I'm lifting up, bringing my legs as high as I can, still just touching the ball or the toes of my feet and lowering back down, lifting up and lowering back down. As I lift my knees, I'm gonna lift my elbows. So knees and elbows coming up together. And so we'll do a calf raise and an elbow raise. And we're not using the biceps. Visualize it's the elbows that are pulling these weights up. I'm gonna turn sideways so you can see my going up on the tiptoes here. And let's do 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and release. Nice. Gotta take a short break. If you need to stretch out those ankles, you can move those feet around. Same thing with your wrists. Whenever you're using weights, if you ever need to stop, stretch out those wrists, just go ahead and shake them out. We're gonna do that same move one more time. Again, we're gonna do this for a count of 10. So my feet are flat on the ground. I'm in a position that I can push up, raise my calves, and do my arms at the same time. And we'll do 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's hold that just for a moment. How high can you bring those legs, those knees way up on the tiptoes and release? Nice. All right. My next move, I'm going to keep my weights one in each hand. I'm going to let those weights go a little bit next to me here. And so my hands are still nice and relaxed. My weights are by my legs. I'm going to do like a rowing movement here where I pull my elbows back and push them back down. So it's like a row. I'm pulling back, pushing down. So I'm going to pull back, push down. And we'll do 10 of these. And let's pull back for a count of 10. 1, push down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Take just a little break. We're going to do that again, only now I'm going to do very similar look, only I'm taking my weights and they're going to be facing behind me. And so now this is a reverse fly. So it feels almost the same. I'm pulling back. Now my elbows are out and my palms are facing back. Before with the roll, my elbows were in, going back and forth. Now the elbows are out because my palms are facing down. We'll do that same lift for a count of 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Pull it back, push it down. Nice, good job. Take a short break. If you need to stretch the shoulders out, again with the wrists, you can shake them out. So our next move, we're going to add those together. So we're gonna row, reverse fly. Row, reverse fly. So I'm really going to challenge you to be thinking about switching. Hands are pointed towards each other, hands are pointed back. And we'll do this for a count of, we're going to do 20. That way we get 10 of the reverse flies and 10 of the rows in. And let's swing forward just a little bit, and we'll start with the row. 1, reverse fly, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Go all the way back down and go ahead and bring your body up. Nice, good job. Oh, that was a good workout. Go ahead and stretch those shoulders out. Stretch those wrists out. Good job. Whew, deep breath in. You guys are doing awesome. Our next move, we're going to punch up towards the ceiling. And I've got a little bit of a forward punch here. So it's not going above my head. It's actually going out just a bit. Then I bring it back. And then I punch out with the other arm. So it's punch, punch. All right. And we'll do 10 of these. And 10 is going to include both the right and the left. So my arms are up close to where my chest is. And let's push out. 1, both sides. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and bring those back. Nice. All right. We're going to punch again, only this time I'm going to punch straight out, bring it back. And as that one's coming back, other arm punches out. So I punch with the right and punch with the left. We do both arms, almost as if they're switching places. And let's do this for a count of 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and bring those back. Awesome, good job. You guys have been working those arms hard. Got one more move with the arms. Go ahead and bring those weights up as if they're in scarecrow or goddess. I'm going to squeeze those arms together and open them back up. As we squeeze those arms together, I'm going to lift one knee up and open up. So this is a nice crunch. You feel these muscles in the core coming together. As the arms come together, the knee comes up. I'm really using these core muscles here. And let's do 10 of these. 1, bring that leg up, open up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Open those arms up and go ahead and release. Nice. All right. Woo, shake those shoulders out. We worked our arms hard today. All right, I'm going to shift our energy to our core just to give our arms and our deltoids, our shoulders just a little break. I'm going to sit back in my chair so I feel nice and stable. I'm going to put both my weights near my knees and just lift them to the other side. Now remember, we're giving our arms a break, so we're not using these biceps to move those weights over. We're using this core strength. So visualize the core, and my arms are staying still, and it's the core, and that's moving those weights from side to side. And let's do this for a count of 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, all the way across. And let's come back to the center. Nice. And go ahead and put those weights close to your body. I'm going to continue working on the core. I'm going to turn sideways so you can see me. I'm going to let my body go forward, and I'm going to bring my body up. And again, because it's the core that's working, I'm not going to push against my legs or my feet. I'm going to use these muscles on my lower back, my hamstrings, and my glutes to lift my body up. So those weights are close to my body, and let's lift up for a count of 10. So we're going to start in a downward position, and let's lift up for 10. 1, feel those abs working in this. 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, bringing that body up and release. Nice. Same move, only now I'm going to extend my arms just a bit so I have a bit of a counterbalance. I'm going to move those weights out. My arms still stay stable. I'm not going to use them to move. They're just going to stay outward. And then as I move my body up and down, I've got just a little bit more weight out further, causing my body, my core to work a little bit harder. And let's do this for a count of 10. So we start in a downward position, and let's raise up for 10 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and release. Nice. All right, one more time with the core. This is just going to get a little tougher. So again, adjust if you need to. My hands were in a bench position, but they were outward. Now I'm going to extend them straight out. And so I'm kind of resting on my knee. And I'm doing that same move, bringing the body up and back down. So I'm just hinging at the hips, but it's my core that's lifting up my body. And so I feel my hamstrings, my glutes, and my abs doing this. And let's lift up for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and release. Woo, all right. Ooh, I felt that one in my abs. Let's go ahead and set these weights down. Make sure you set them back far enough that you don't accidentally catch them with your toes or your feet. Good job. We're going to continue working these core muscles. We're going to start engaging the legs. And so our legs are super heavy. And so we're going to be lifting those legs to help build that core. And I'm going to turn my chair sideways so you can see me. I'm actually going to sit at the edge of my chair, and I'm going to lean back. So I still get to lean back and use the comfort of my chair, but I've got a little bit of a gap here. My body's at an angle. You can hang on to the chair. My feet are flat on the ground. I'm going to lift them up, set them out straight, bring them back to that seated position. Lift them up. They go out straight and bring them back. This is really going to be engaging this lower abdomen section here as we lift those heavy legs and set them down. Lift those heavy legs, bring them back to that seated position. All right. So again, you can hang onto the chair to keep yourself nice and stable. I like to hang onto the chair to keep my back nice and straight. So I can use my extended arms to keep my legs and my arms, my back straight. And let's do this for 10. 1, straighten those legs, bring them back. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And bring those legs back. Nice. Go ahead, take a little breath. We're going to keep our body in this position. This time I'm going to raise one leg out, and I'm raising my knee up high enough that I can push as if there was a wall in front of me, and I'm going to push with the soles of my feet and push out. And then I bring that knee back and down. I bring that knee up, push against that wall, bring it back and down. We're going to do one leg for a count of 10, and then we'll switch to the other leg. Really visualize that you've got something flat in front of you that you're pushing away from you. You want to engage these thigh muscles. So let's go ahead and do 10 push-aways with that one foot. 1, push. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Push, bring it back. Let's do the other side. 1, push with the soles of your feet. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Push away, bring that leg back. Nice. And then go ahead and bring your body back up. Ooh, nice. Okay. I'm back seated in a nice, comfortable upward position. And my body is nice and straight, lifting that rib cage up off my hips. And I'm going to place my hands onto my shoulder blades, and let's lift those knees again. This time I'm going to lift a knee and tap it to the opposite elbow. Lift up and tap. And we're switching to the other side. And we'll do 10 of these. 1, and we'll do both sides. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, go ahead and release those arms. I'm going to do a very similar move, only now the arms are out like airplanes, and then my foot is extended. So I'm still crossing the body, tapping the right to the left, only now the arms and the legs are outreached. And let's do 10. 1, and we'll do both sides. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And give those arms a little bit of a rest. Whew, nice. Still working the core, still working those legs. I'm gonna do our mountain climbers. Our mountain climbers are when we have our arms out like goddess or cactus arms. I'm gonna spread my legs out. I'm gonna do one leg at a time. So I'm just gonna, one leg's pointed forward, the other leg is out. I'm gonna lift that knee up and try to touch that elbow as close as I can. Really engaging these side muscles here. Both arms are up, and you can pick either side you'd like to use, and we'll do 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's switch sides. Arms are still up, opening up the opposite leg, and we'll do 10 on this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and release. Woo, all right. Give those arms a little bit of a wiggle, shake them out. All right. And so I'm going to move my legs as if I'm running in place. And so you can see I'm just lifting those knees up. As I lift those knees up, I'm going to bring my arms up as if I'm tapping, doing a jumping jacks. Knees are moving, arms are tapping. And I'm going to count to 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, speeding up just a bit. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, and release. Woo, nice. All right. Hopefully that got your heart rate pumping just a little faster. Go ahead and take a breath. All right. We're going to end with some stretching here. Stretching is always so good for the body. It really helps release some lactic acid that might be built up after working out those muscles. And it's also good to keep the joints lubricated. And so we're going to begin with the legs. And I'm going to have you straighten one leg out. And so I've got one leg out, and I'm pointing that toe back towards me. My other knee is bent. And so I'm going to lean over the knee that's secure and bent. So I've got one leg extended, and I'm not going to lean over that leg. I'm going to lean over the leg that's flat on the ground, keeping me nice and stable. And so just lean over that leg as far as you can. I've got my hands helping to keep me safe, but I can feel the stretch on that extended leg. Keep those toes pointed back towards you. And push your body up. Nice. We're going to do that one more time. So my right leg is extended out, toes pointed back towards me. My left leg, my knee is bent, foot's flat on the ground. And let's lean over that bent knee. Make sure those toes are pointed back at you. Feel that nice stretch across the hamstring and the calf. And push your body upright. Nice, let's switch. So I'm going to bend this knee. It's going to be flat on the ground. Other leg's going to be extended out. Toes pointed back towards me. I'm flexing that foot. And let's lean over that bent knee. Watch your back. You don't want your back to become rounded. That's really going to pull on the back. You want to keep the back nice and straight and hinge at the hips. Watch those toes. Make sure they're still flexed, pointed up. And bring your body upright. We're going to do that one more time. So my left leg is extended out. Toes are pointed back towards me. My right leg is bent with the foot flat on the ground. And let's hinge forward. And bring that body up. Nice. All right. We'll continue working on stretching the legs and the hips. I'm gonna take one foot and I'm gonna rest that ankle on my knee. This is my figure 4. Let's lift those rib cages up off our hips and hinge forward. And you're gonna go as forward as it feels comfortable for you. Each of us is a little different. Some of us might have a leg that's flat. Should feel that stretch in this hip on the raised leg. And bring your body upright. Nice. Let's go ahead and let that leg cross. While we're in this cross position, go ahead and lean forward. And bring your body upright. All right, let's uncross that leg. Let's do the other side. I'm gonna rest my ankle on the opposite knee. Lift that rib cage up and hinge forward. You feel that stretch in that raised hip. And go ahead and bring that body up. Go ahead and let that leg cross. And we're gonna go back forward again. Just a reminder, don't let the back round. You wanna keep your back nice and straight. Nice, and go ahead and bring that body up. Go ahead and untwist those legs. Let's stretch our arms just a bit. I'm gonna just let them swing a little free back and forth, loosening them up. And then let one arm go all the way across the body and the other arm comes up just to assist in this nice stretch across the shoulder blades. We really worked our arms, our shoulders today. And go back, let those arms swing nice and free. And now let's stretch that opposite side. That arm goes across, other hand comes up to help assist with that stretch. Nice. Bring both those arms up over your head, reach up towards the ceiling. Feel that stretch across your core. I'm going to bend one arm, other hand's going to come and assist in stretching a little bit further down my back. If it feels good, you can actually lean over, feel that stretch down the side of the body also. And bring both arms up towards the ceiling, nice and tall. And let's do the other side. That arm bends, other hand comes to assist. And again, if you want to lean over, you can stretch to the side. And release, nice. All right, one last stretch for the wrist. Go ahead and put your palm towards me. Other hand comes and just pull those fingers back gently. You can let it rest on your thighs, that feels good, so that you feel that stretch all the way up in the arm. Feel it down the fingers. Go ahead and shake that hand out. Let's do the other side, palm out towards me, other hand comes in. Gently pull those fingers back. And shake those wrists out. Awesome. Nice job. That was a good workout for the arms today, especially. Well, it's great to have you all here. I know I always share a little something, so let me go ahead and share what my notes are for today. I wanted to share some tips on keeping our eyes healthy. Some of us have allergies, and with the winds, our eyes might become irritated. And so I shared some of these before, but I kind of wanted to come back to our eye health just because of the wind and use that people are suffering